What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Espresso, and welcome back to another Black Ops 3 video here today on the channel. This one dealing directly with Shadows of Evil and the zombie storyline overall. Now, as you guys know, there have been a bunch of different ciphers within Shadows of Evil, none of which I've really covered because they're either found out way too quickly for me to cover them, or they don't have too many implications to directly affect the storyline that we know of just yet. That is the key part there, just yet. However, this one that was found yesterday by a certain Personio and covered by probably a bunch of zombies YouTubers that you may watch already. This one deals directly with the storyline. Now, where exactly can you find this? First off, if you want to check it out, well, it's in the boxing gym. Down in the waterfront district, it is in the upper balcony of the boxing gym. There's a bunch of photos, and you want to shoot the middlemost one here, and it'll fly off, and then on the wall is the cipher. Now, there was no cipher text to be able to decode this, so certain Personio seriously did some magic here in decrypting this one and bringing us the message here within it. So what exactly is that message? Well, this one is absolutely massive. Although they have discovered the way, Primus will fail. Now, this may not seem like the most significant thing, but it does have extreme implications on our actual storyline here within zombies. This one, the big thing is to take out and see who is Primus. That is probably the biggest piece out of all of this, and maybe a huge question mark for all of you guys. Well, Primus, as indicated previously, is what a lot of people believe are the original 4 characters. However, a slight twist on that, the very first versions of them. There are multiple universes within the zombie storyline. That is something that we've covered multiple times here on the channel, and something that, if you do follow the storyline, is almost common knowledge and commonplace here within that. So this is not the first time that we've seen our characters together. This goes all the way back to what looks to be like a Templar version of them. And this reference to Primus is actually not the first time that we've seen this. It's not only in Shadows of Evil, whereas it's on the wall that you all run over for the Pack-a-Punch room, but it's also in Origins. This is where it actually popped up. There's scraps of paper you can collect to form the image on screen right now. This is that Templar form of the original 4 that we just mentioned. So if that is in fact the case, which a lot of people do believe that it will be, Primus is our original 4, the people we've been rooting for the entire time. So what does this mean that although they have discovered the way, Primus will fail? How does that make any sense other than flipping our story completely on its head if our main characters fail ultimately in the outcome? That's something that is mind-blowing to me, and I'm really excited to see where this goes. Now, another huge question is, who is saying this? Who is the people or the group that is actually saying that they've discovered the way to do whatever this is, but they're gonna fail ultimately? Is it the gatekeepers? Is it the elders? Or is it somebody else entirely? There's a lot of stuff that actually does go into this. Nobody knows the true identity of the elders. That is something that was hinted a little bit here within another cipher in Shadows of Evil, but the gatekeepers are presumably what a lot of people think right below the elders. Perhaps maybe the beings that do the bidding of the elders. But could it possibly be that these elders are the ones that are trying to fight against whatever this may be that Primus is trying to accomplish? That's something that we don't exactly know, but in my mind, the way that this is looking based off of what we know in the story so far, which a quick little recap for you guys, is that everything that we knew up to Black Ops 2 took place with Maxis and Richtof and the struggle there, but with Black Ops 3, it reverted almost backwards to rewrite history when Richtofen went to the Giant to kill himself and then erase everything in that future timeline that we already knew about. You have to keep in mind, but it also rewrites history so that they can do something over again. So with that out of the way, maybe potentially seeing both ends of this now, who is not only saying this, but who Primus is, what is the outcome of this? Although they have discovered the way, Primus will fail. So what are the outcomes? In my mind, there are only 2. Either 1, although they've found the way to change the course of history, they will fail and evil will ultimately prevail here within the zombie storyline, or 2, although they found the way of our current history and everything we know so far, what we know will fail in our minds. So basically everything will be undone and made right. ultimately coming back to a giant battle of good versus evil, because we know there is a lot here that the bloodstains may not be able to be wiped off, some characters or even the storyline in general within zombies. So hopefully you guys can follow this, but I think that might be ultimately where this will lead up. Perhaps Richtofen is going back and getting all these artifacts and trying to go back in time to correct everything, perhaps maybe by killing every single one of our characters in their original form before they ever actually got to the point where the first evil happened, so that this could all be undone. Or perhaps that could be all just wrong. So just a little theory on that, but something I am definitely very interested in here, going forward into DLC 1 and all the way up until the end of Black Ops 3. There certainly is a lot to the story that we previously had hints of, but now we're getting full-fledged pieces to, and it's gonna be something very cool to piece together and see how this is going to play out with not only our original 4 characters, but it's seemingly like a world above that is being opened up to a conflict not only just within our original 4, but above it to a higher power. So this is gonna be very interesting to see how it plays out, but that's where I wrap the video up here today, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me just link down there in the comment section down below. I'd absolutely love to hear your thoughts on this. Whether or not you have something different to think about, or you just wanna comment on my little theory here, or perhaps anything that we discussed within this one. Love to hear your thoughts, seriously. This one is open to a lot of interpretation, but thank you guys so much for watching. If you did like the video, be sure to like, rating down below, any shares to your Facebook, Twitter, and or MySpace. If you are Jack, that was greatly appreciated. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe for the best of quality Black Ops 3 content, any new news and information. You guys know exactly how to find right of my channel. Thank you guys once again so much for watching. Mine has been Nikolai Espresso. This zombie story is now blowing my mind, as it always has, but to a fuller extent. Thank you guys. I'll see you guys later. Take care, and peace.